Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. I'm so glad you're here this morning watching our show. We have a big show planned, 3 guests here in the studio. But first, let's take a look at our weather brought to us by Gulf Coast Air Conditioning. Drew Pollard and his hardworking crew up there in Southport, taking care of our everyday comfort needs throughout the Panhandle. High today, 83, low 68. Water temperature, the all-important water temperature at the end of the pier is now 76 degrees. That's warm for this time of the year. Let's take a look at our river readings brought to us by Panama City Coca-Cola. Look at the Apalachicola of Bluntstown. Folks, it's high, but it's going down. It's reading this morning at 18.4, but it's going down. And looking at a shock test at Careville, it's still in that colored section, in the yellow section, 10.4, but it may start going down by the weekend, according to how much rain we'll get the next couple of days. So both rivers are going to be high if you're doing any kind of freshwater fishing in the feeder creeks, anything this weekend. Take a look at our tide chart, which we can't take a look at it. I don't have it today, but I have a young man working on it, and we'll get it soon, okay? But the high tide, we're back in neap tides for a couple of days, so it's not necessarily have to have a tide chart to tell us what's going on with neap tides. You know what's going on, so hopefully the tide's going to be picking up by the weekend. Our wind will be coming out of the southwest at about 10. It'll continue, like I forget how many straight days in double digits, so it'll be coming out of southeast. All right, let's take a break. We'll be right back with our guest. All right, welcome back, folks, and welcome to our guests. We have some sophomores at Mosley High School. I just met these young folks last week at the Invention Convention. It was out of Gulf Coast, and our district school system has kids, all the schools come up with inventions in different categories, and they're honored to be brought to the awards assembly. And these 3 right here actually won first place in the outdoor category. So, you know, after the presentations, I went and introduced myself and got to know them. I know their folks and all. So you're going to love this invention. But first, I'm going to let them introduce themselves and tell us a little bit about it. So we'll start on the end.
I'm Talon, and I like fishing and hunting. Sometimes I go offshore. Sometimes I bass fish.
Okay.
I'm Logan. I do fish. I fish offshore. I started inshore, and that's basically what I do.
Okay.
I'm Jaden. I fish and hunt, but mainly ride horses.
You enjoy riding horses?
Yes, sir.
What's the name of your horse?
Bella and Mia.
Okay, cool. How long have you been riding horses?
I rode when I was little, and then I stopped, and I just got back into it about a year ago.
Good deal. So you can see that the outdoor young folks that enjoy the outdoors. They send us some pictures, so we're going to get started. We're going to show a couple of pictures first. Let's start with Big Red Snapper here. Tell us about this one. That's pretty.
That was actually one that my dad caught. He just, let me have a picture. But he caught one on a reef that we had found just, I think, like 20 miles offshore.
And it was a nice calm day too. I can see the water.
Yeah, it was really calm. It was a little rougher at start, but it got pretty calm when the day kind of went on.
All right.
That one was caught up in Burnt Mill Creek. We just went through there, casted a couple bit, and then caught them.
That's one of my favorite places too. I know where you are. Remember that limb? All right. All right, let's see about this one right here.
And then that one was caught out of my backyard.
Out of your backyard?
Yes, sir.
Where do you live? Not exactly what part, what community?
Panama City.
Okay. That's spoken like a true outdoorsman. Okay.
That's at Deer Point. I caught it. This is when we had our kayaks, and before we had our boat, we used to launch at Deer Point Dam, and we would go through like little areas, enclosed areas. And funny story about this one. I casted and caught this one, and my dad was all the way across the dam, or like not across the dam, but across the little like area. And I like told him about it because we were using walkie-talkies or whatever, because he was like pretty far away, and I told him that I had caught that one, and he didn't really believe me. He didn't believe me. He was like debating whether to come over or not, because Yeah, I told him, and it was like, I think it was like 22 inches.
You had the proof though, right there.
Yeah.
That is cool. Okay. All right, that's a pretty picture. Tell us about that one.
That was caught in my backyard too, on my lake,
All right.
Big Island Pond.
What lure were y'all using? What's y'all's favorite fishing lures? You don't have to pick.
Oh boy,
Any color?
There's so many different ones.
That's why you have a tackle box, right?
Yes, sir.
Not just one. Okay. And what about this one?
Oh, I shot that at my papa's hunting acre in Mariana.
So you hunt and fish
Yes, sir.
and ride horses. All right. Okay. Now, so y'all been friends a good while?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're talking about, your assignment in class is an entrepreneurship class, correct?
Yes, sir.
And Miss Jennifer Hall, a young lady I've known a long time, you're a teacher. And so what did she tell y'all on your class assignment, sort of?
She said that it was a good.
Ahead of time, before y'all started even thinking about this, what did your assignment was just invent something?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so everybody in class had to invent something. I know you had one thing, you had different categories. What were some of the other categories? Y'all remember? There were
There was like tech. I know.
tech, high tech, and stuff like that.
And there was like
all kind of brainy kids out there. I mean, you see them, and every one of them just, I get a kick out of young people when their brains start working and they start being creative. So when you came up with this idea, just tell folks what it is first. We don't have to show. We'll show it next segment. Just let's talk about it. So.
All right, it's a outdoor cutting board. It has a knife sharpener and a compartment in it, and it can fold out into 2 cutting boards to make a bigger one.
And being outdoor people, that sort of inspired y'all to come up with something like this, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What timeline did y'all have? How long did you have to do this?
a few months.
About a month.
A few months.
A few months. Okay, so this is good. So you had an opportunity to do it. Did y'all just sort of sit down and start talking about it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. We're going to take a break and we're going to come back. We're going to actually lay this out and show it to you. This is the first place at the Invention Convention, so with the outdoor category. So let's go ahead and take a break and we'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. We're so glad to have these young people with us. Tyler Nazarick, Logan Smith, and Jaden Wilson, first place winners at the Invention Convention last week in the Bay District School sponsored, and the winner of the outdoor category. And so I went after the awards ceremony. I went up there and started talking to them and invited them to come on the show. And we're ready to go ahead and show you this unique invention. So let's talk about it.
All right, so it's an outdoor cutting board. It's got a cutting board on top, and then it's welded in the inside, bolts to make it fit, and then it folds out into a bigger cutting board. And then there is a compartment to store your knives or whatnot. And then you have a knife sharpener to sharpen your knives while you're going.
Okay, that's what that is. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. And then you clean your fish where?
Right here.
Now, if it's a big fish, though, I just have the tail hang off?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. This is cool. Okay. What made you think about doing something like this?
I don't know. What I thought about was because we've been wanting to like catch fish, and like my family's been wanting to go to Shell Island and like hook it up and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I was thinking about something I could use to fillet it off real quick, and that's where I thought of a cutting board. I didn't know how far I was going to get into it. I did think of a cutting board at first though, and then it kind of just got more and more as time went on.
You brought up a very good point. What made you think about it? We'll call it going over in a boat somewhere and then having somewhere to actually clean it and do it. And
Yes, sir.
That's a necessity is the motherhood of invention, and that's exactly what you were talking about. Now, so you had it in your brain, and so then you sort of laid it out. You drew it out.
Picture, yes,
You
sir.
drew pictures of it.
Yes, sir.
This is a good size. What size is this?
I want to say 22 inches by 18.
Okay, that's a good size because you can handle it. It's not too big and it's big enough. What about the material? What kind of material do you have in it?
It's stainless, and then stainless bolts and screws, and then it's welded together.
So you had this idea, had it drawn out in the blueprints, okay? So then you had to start cutting and all that, right?
Yes, sir.
So,
Well, we made one out of cardboard first,
ah,
and then
that
Talon
was
took
smart. Did that work? I mean, is that how?
They kind of criticized me on my straight lines that I cut.
You didn't use a ruler? Or,
No, I just went right after
freehanded
it.
it.
And Thomas Edison did something like you probably too. Look what happened to the light bulb. So it's okay. So we had it drawn out, and then that was your template more or less,
Yes, sir.
and you laid it out. Tell what kind of material is this?
I just want to say some kind of
Or-
plastic.
Okay.
Cardboard, maybe?
And these are all stainless screws, right?
Yes, sir.
And they're flush.
Yes, sir.
I know that's one of the first things I noticed. Okay, and then you put a little border on that. Okay. Now, what about open it back up for me? This. Okay, your hinges. Okay, that's good. Y'all see, turn it sideways a little bit. So, okay, you see on the back side of it, it's well made. Who did the welding?
Me and my father did.
That's skillful. You like welding?
Yeah.
It's unique, isn't it?
Yeah.
It really is. As outdoorsman, welding is one of the coolest things you can do, making all kinds of stuff from dog boxes and things like this. Okay, now have you got it together? Did you? Okay, how long did it take you to put it together? Or the whole project, about how long did it take you?
10 hours roughly.
Yeah. Okay. And then they had the invention convention. Everybody just came to and had a little booth or something. How did y'all do that? I
Yes,
wasn't
sir.
at that one.
Everyone had their own spot with boards that
Okay.
explain their projects.
And the judges came by and explained it to them.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Now, we all told you the winners then, or you didn't know till that night?
You
Y'all were
didn't.
like in the top 3 or something?
You didn't know till that night.
You didn't know until that night. Were y'all surprised?
Yeah.
Surprised.
Yeah.
I saw the big old smile on everybody clapping and all. That was a unique time, very good memory. The idea of getting it patented, well, have y'all thought about getting it patented or anything? Or?
Yes, sir.
You have thought about it, okay. We're talking about, creativity and having young people involved in the outdoors, how important that is. And what a great example of doing something like this. Now, Miss Hall, Miss Jennifer Hall, your teacher, what did she say about it?
She loved it.
She did?
She was all over it.
She's been around outdoors some too. She does stuff like that. She has some family members doing all kind of outdoor stuff. Okay. This summer, when y'all go fishing or go to Shell Island, my question, do y'all have one of these or 3 of them?
We have one.
Okay. So who's going to get possession of it right now?
I got possession.
You got
of it
possession right now. So y'all going to make 2 more so everybody have one?
Sure.
Okay, what you need to do is make 2 more, and then you need to write your names on the inside or carve your name and put the year 2023 on it, because this will be a keepsake for y'all, a childhood memory and school memory, because this is really special. I'm so proud of y'all for putting this together. I guess y'all have an A in class so far?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Even when you're sleeping in class, she says okay.
Yes,
She
sir.
was teasing me about that. So, y'all have the same class period together?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. We this summer, well, we're in springtime now. This summer, usually, what do y'all plan on doing in the summertime? Do y'all work and go fishing,
work.
ride horses?
Ride horses.
I work at Pineapple Willie's.
Okay.
So work and trying to make time for fishing, because that's what I like doing.
You'll find that might be a lifetime endeavor to work and try to find time for fishing. I think at all ages we still do that. Even though I'm retired, I still try to find time for fishing. Okay, what about you?
I work quite a bit, but I still have time to
Yeah.
fish and do whatever.
Okay. All right, we're going to take our final break and be back with our 3 invention convention winners. Welcome back. We're so glad you're with us this morning and interview young people in your communities or anywhere around that are doing really cool things. Let us know and we'll talk about it, maybe have them on the show, because we always want to encourage young people to enjoy the outdoors, and also want to encourage all of us viewers to do something with the older people and take some of them outdoors too. We'll talk about that on a regular basis. Let's take a look at our fishing game times today, brought to us by Blue Water Outriggers in Port St. Joe. Our times, we're looking at 7:06 to 9:06 this morning, and this evening from 7:30 till 9:30 even. And we have that full moon tonight, and hopefully it'll be a clear sky. It's been the last couple of nights. It's looked full to me last night, but tonight is the official full moon. Now, first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to give you Academy Sports and Outdoors have been so good to us, advertising on the show. But one thing they want to do when I sat down and talked to them before they came on our show, they want to do something for our young people. And they help sponsor Student of the Month and special occasions of young people. So this is a $25 gift certificate for Academy Sports. There's yours there.
Thank you.
There's yours, and there's yours.
Thank you.
And I told them I wear a large shirt, and I've got this color to get another color. But seriously, these shirts are like $24.95, so that's a pretty good deal. So, what do you think y'all gonna pick out Academy Sports and Outdoors?
I may get you a small T-shirt.
What about you? Get something for your horse, or?
If they have anything.
I'll probably get a jig.
Really? Good
Yeah, I'll
deal.
probably get a jig.
Enjoy it. Okay, so we're talking about again this invention. Have y'all thought about a name for it?
We've thought of some, but it just doesn't fit it.
Okay, always a catchy name. I go to different kind of shows. The biggest tackle show in the world is called ICAST. It's in Orlando every year, and I got to meet this guy named Bubba. He has a fillet knife called the Bubba blade. It's one of the biggest selling fillet knives in the world. And he did the same thing I did. He was just trying to find how to get a sharper knife in a smaller category, and all of a sudden just caught on. So they called it a Bubba blade, and that was his catchy name. So if you don't come up with a catchy name like this, then maybe I can see all that and get it patented. I can see all that ICAST or something. You'll have a booth there, and because people from all over the world come to it. It's always in June. This year we're planning on going to it hopefully. So anyway, think of a catchy name. It'll be Coach Chester's Cutting Contraption. How's that?
Sounds great.
Okay.
Sounds great.
We got to mention their dads are right back here behind the camera, and they won't come on. Tell us about your dads, okay?
Okay, my dad is a big truck guy. He works on trucks and he roofs.
Okay.
And
My dad's a aviation mechanic for helicopters.
Okay.
My dad's just a fleet manager at House Plumbing.
And and their names.
John.
Jason.
Jared.
All right. So next time, what we're going to do next time, we're going to let them come over here and talk about their outdoor stuff, and y'all stand behind the camera and laugh at them. Right there.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah, sounds great.
Okay, we got plenty of time. We don't have a script or anything. We just wanted to talk and feel like I'm just so proud of y'all for doing this. And that night, the room was full of parents and grandparents and winters and all. Did y'all see some different kind of people and all as far as their inventions? There were some cool. What are some of these? Y'all remember any cool things some of them did?
One person had a holdable washing device, and then another person made like a computer. So
Yeah, that
I think it was
was
a computer for like metal detecting or something like that.
Yeah.
Like where you could feel the vibrations.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah. So you get your mind working and just think about things like this. So we this summer, like I say, I want y'all to send me some pictures of y'all using this, okay?
Yes, sir.
And
Yes,
we'll put it on the air and all. If you had a choice of this summer, if you could take like a dream outdoor vacation and just go anywhere, fish anywhere in the world, in Florida, anything. I know this will put you on the spot, but where would you want to go if you could go?
probably the Key West.
Key West. That would be a good place to go. That's a good idea. What about you?
Probably Key West.
Key West? You can't go to Key West because they're.
Probably, no, I'm thinking Key West.
All right, Dad, y'all hear that? Y'all gotta get a Key West trip together. That'd be something fun to do. Okay, I would say Costa Rica myself. I always want to go to Costa Rica, and hopefully I can do it.
I would like to go to Montana.
Montana, that's beautiful out here.
It's really pretty.
Kind of want to go to like Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico. So what y'all need to start doing, and while your dad's here now, so they can finance it, and do it while you're young, so they can
They
finance
pay
it.
for it.
Okay, don't wait till you go to work. You gotta finance it. So, and go and start making out. It's called a bucket list, but we all at all ages have a bucket list of things you want to do. That you want to do before you kick the bucket, which is phrase for passing away. So you want to have a bucket list. I still have mine that I started at your age. I've done some of them, but I haven't done all of them. I mean. My list actually gets longer, seems like. But in Montana, I want to go to Alaska and catch some halibut, a big flounder. I want to go to Costa Rica and some of the places. I want to go to the Holy Land. But all kind of things. I don't want to. I'm not going to fish in the Holy Land, but I do want to get in the Red Sea and all and get baptized again. So anyway, I always have these dreams, aspirations. So what kind of work do you want to go into?
I want to go into aviation just like my father.
Okay, we have some good training. What
I
about
want to
you?
be an equine vet.
Oh, what?
An equine vet for horses.
How about that? Now, you've had some good training in it, and good deal.
I'm thinking about going to Haney for 2 years for my marine mechanic degree.
Awesome. Well, that's something we talk about on the show about having enough marine mechanics. BJ Marine, Roger at BJ Marine is one of our big sponsors. He's a month out. He can't get good help, so that'd be a great vocation in this area. Do y'all want to travel or hang around here? Or what do you want to do?
I have to go to Gainesville for college, but then I want to come back here.
Good for you.
I would love to travel, but
Whatever the job is.
yeah.
I'm not sure. I mean, traveling would be fun, but
Good deal. And you go to University of Florida veterinary school. Is that
Yes,
okay?
sir.
That's where I went, but I didn't go to veterinary school. But it was a great experience we had. Love that place down there. We're going to start wrapping things up. Time flew by, didn't it?
Yes, sir.
Y'all have to go to class today?
Yes, sir.
You do?
Yeah.
I can't. I think some of your dads every now and then. I think they might have skipped class. One or two of them. You think they did?
I know,
Sometimes.
I
sir.
can tell y'all the stories about. Okay, folks, we're just honored to have our young people on doing good positive things like this, and I know y'all appreciate it. Y'all tell me on a regular basis how much you appreciate our young people. Unique. These are sophomores here. Just imagine the next 2 years when y'all are seniors, y'all be student of the month in outdoor ed, so y'all can come back on. It's something to look forward to, right?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
In fact, we'll try to make it where all three of y'all can come back on and do a before or after picture. Okay?
All right.
Okay. Thank y'all so much. I'm very
you.
proud of y'all. I really am. And
Thank
best of luck
you.
to you. And don't sleep in class today.
I'll try my best.
Okay. Folks, we appreciate the viewership. I always ask you to do something good for your fellow man. Take care of the outdoors and enjoy it. You have a great day, and God bless.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.